Hello everyone, you're welcome once more to my YouTube channel. My name is Nurse Cynosure and I'm your next door nurse. So what I basically do in this channel is give health talks, health tips, more of sensitization on health issues, and I intend to bring in lifestyle, beauty and fashion, sometimes Q&As to spice up the channel. So if you're new to this channel, please kindly go to the subscription button, subscribe to the channel, like, comment. You can also watch my other videos, of which I'm going to drop the link in the description box. And so you also need to turn on your notification button so you never have to miss any video from me. So right away, today's video is going to take a very different dimension, and it's specifically for women, but though I know some guys are women's parties, so it's going to be very interesting, and I assure you guys it's not going to be a very lengthy video. So stay tuned and let's get into the video. You're welcome once more. Today's video, like I told, is going to be on a very important topic specifically for women. And the topic is feminine hygiene hacks. What does that really mean? Like, this video is going to give us some tips on how to make our body smell good. Like, when I mean the body, like the women's private part, the V specifically, the vagina. So a lot of things happens to the vagina, most specifically secretions, and this exposes a lot of women to having some kind of odors and smells that are not really enticing. So this video is going to give us the privilege of knowing the things we should do in order to keep that place smelling. So the first feminine hygiene hack I'm going to be hinting us on today is using of unscented white soaps and white washcloths. Like, I'm sure most of us are hearing this for the first time. A lot of women love soaps that really have these harsh smells, harsh fragrances, and believe me, these soaps are really not good for the women's body. These soaps contain fragrances, they contain dyes, they contain some perfumes that actually irritates the women's body, and also causes infection, especially yeast and bacterial infection. So it's very important that we use soaps that are not really scented. I know a lot of women will not be able to use plain white soaps, but if you cannot use plain white soaps, you can use a soap that is mildly scented, not so harsh, even though it is dyed, because you don't have to use soaps in your private parts, but then it doesn't have to be a highly scented soap so it doesn't cause irritation. And also, our washcloths, our towels are very important. It's highly preferable and recommended to use white towels. Why? Because most of the towels that are colored are actually dyed to have those colors, and then when we use them on our bodies, it causes a lot of irritation, a lot of skin irritation, and that involves the vagina too. So the first analysis, like I've said, is using of unscented white soaps and washcloths. Now, the second female hygiene or feminine hygiene hacks I'm going to be hinting us on is do not use douches. Like, a lot of women are recently patronizing douches, and douches are just like cigarettes. The producers actually know that this is not really good for the health, but then they still keep producing it and we still keep buying it. And even when we know that these things are not good for our health, we still do it. But I just want to use this video to sensitize us, especially women, that we should stop patronizing douches. Please, I know that they are actually made to treat one or two things which you know what it does, but this thing goes further to cause more harm than good to the body, and it actually does change the pH level of the vagina, which causes a lot of exposures to irritations, to infections, to bacterial and all of that. And bacteria loves to yield and grow in a place that actually has been altered, like the environment has been altered from what it was supposed to be. They love to grow there. So please do not use douches. This is actually related to a lot of infertility cases that we have in women, but we do not know. We tend to attribute it to other things, but in a way, use of douches are really causing a lot of infertility and And in fact, general exposures to STDs, because it makes your vagina lose its normal pH balance, and that exposes you to any kind of infection at all. So the third and very important feminine hygiene hacks I'll be hinting you on is our underwears. Yes, do not wear underwears that are not cotton based regularly. I know we love to look fine, beautiful. We love those lacy underwears, those silky underwears. But then our bodies need air, like they need to breathe. They need space. And bacteria loves to dwell where there is a lot of moisture. And wearing these lacy underwears prevents ventilation, in actual sense, prevents air from entering into our bodies. So if you keep that place so tight and uncomfortable, especially when you are going out, you sweat a lot and it traps moisture, it's actually going to be a breeding ground for bacteria. So endeavor to wear cotton based underwears. I'm not saying you shouldn't use your lacy or silky underwears, but those could be kept for more important occasions. But when on a regular basis, just use the cotton based underwears to eliminate every form of exposure to bacteria, to smells, to odorous things that like a question: do I shave or not? And I'm going to put it this way: both are completely fine. A lot of women prefer to shave while some do not prefer to shave. Both are completely okay, and I'm going to let you know how that works. The pubic hair naturally serves like a filter for the bacteria, for the vagina rather. It protects the vagina from injuries, from bacteria. But the thing is, if you must keep those hairs without being shaved, then you have to wash them thoroughly and regularly, else it's going to stink, and that is what we are trying to avoid here. So now, if you are actually shaving, so you must keep a clean shave and always wash the area regularly, and always. The way you can take care of your vagina is by adding or introducing a moisturizer and a kind of antiperspirant to it. That's coconut oil. It's very, very good for your vagina. You can use massage into the hair. That is, if you do not shave, or if you've shaved, you can use it to massage on the skin and not inside. This serves like a natural fragrance and a natural antiperspirant, keeps that place from not sweating so much. So get that. If you want to shave, but if you don't want to shave, it's cool, but you have to apply the basis to it to keep that place neat and smelling good. The fifth feminine hygiene on this video is sleep without underwears. But man, with the cases we are having right now, lots of rape cases and all of that, I wouldn't really want to advise you to sleep without underwears, but I would go this way. You can use your underwears very well, but then they should be cotton based, like I said. But then it's always very better, and it's highly recommended to sleep without anything, like to sleep naked, because the underwears, the night wears, all traps a lot of moisture, sweat and dirt, and all this coming together causes a lot of other things like the bacterial growth and irritations, which we are trying to avoid. So if you use your underwear, it has to be cotton based, and it has to be a loose one, especially at night. Let that thing breathe. This is just the way you can keep yourself from having those bad odors, those foul smelling odors, and that trips people off. So use light clothing at night, or you can go commando. So the next feminine hygiene hack I'm going to be hinting you on is after sex. Those romantic periods should not just carry you away. I know most of us watch movies and we see the main characters lay in bed after they've cuddled, after they've made love. In real life, it's not supposed to be that way. In real life, sex in real life should trigger you to have a shower. You get, because during this time there's been a lot of secretions, there's been a lot of moistures and all of that, and you definitely need to shower. You need to wash off some things in order not to build up irritations or bacterias in your V. So please, no matter how things get romantic, try to take a bath, try to take a shower immediately after you had sex. So the last but not the least on today's topic is food. You know, like I said in the previous video, like some of us love spicy foods. I personally love spicy foods, but then these foods like garlic, ginger, and onions, they leave us with a kind of smell that is not so appeasing, even to the mouth. Sometimes you have to brush your mouth over and over again before the smell goes wins off. And the same thing applies to the vagina. So it's recommended that even when you love these foods, eat them moderately, but also eat foods that will make the vagina healthy, especially fruits and vegetables. Fruits like pineapples, like watermelon, like apples, like berries. These are fruits that are highly recommended for a healthy and good smelling vagina. So ladies, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and the tips is really going to help. There's nothing as annoying and embarrassing as having a stinky vagina. It actually trips any man off, so I wouldn't want that to happen to any of us. I hope this tip helps us, and this hacks helps us ladies. And for some men who know ladies who have this kind of problems, you can recommend these hacks to them in a very polite manner. So if you actually enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumb up and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notification button so that you won't miss any video from me. Like, share, and I must really appreciate those who have taken out their time to subscribe to my channel. Believe me, and I get you assured, you will not miss out anything and you will not regret turning into this or rather channel. Okay, so that will be all for today. See you in the next video. Bye.